Today is one of the saddest days in my lifetime. It seems like a bad dream that you just want to wake up from. It's a nightmare. I know we all feel the same way about such a great leader, just a great champion, just a great person. If you got a chance to know Kobe, you got a chance to really know Kobe, ain't nobody better, man. Emotions are all over the place. These are the moments when you ask why.
So I want to do something special for the Black Mamba. I don't want this to just be everyone in their sorrows over losing Kobe Bryant. I want to somehow, some way be able to reflect positively on my favorite athlete of all time. I want to somehow, some way try to give you a smile of the person who Kobe Bryant was. If you've been under a rock for the last 8 hours, Kobe Bryant, former Los Angeles Lakers, spent his entire 20-year career with the Lakers. Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna Bryant, and about 7 others. And again, I want to put an asterisk by the 7. There were 9 people listed on this helicopter's manifest, right? So there was a list of 9 people to be on this helicopter flight from Kobe Bryant's Orange County home, near it at least, traveling to Kobe's daughter's Gigi basketball game. If you have been under a rock, Kobe Bryant was killed. His daughter was killed in this helicopter crash. Obviously, everyone that was on the helicopter was killed. Again, according to the sheriff of LAPD in that area, there were 9 people on the manifest, so possibly as many as 9 people were killed in this helicopter crash. Obviously, one of the great minds, one of the great talents, one of the greatest athletes we've ever saw. Kobe Bryant lost, has the basketball world mourning, just everyone's mourning. The last time I seen something of this magnitude happen had to be when Michael Jackson died. It had to be with Michael Jackson, where everyone in the world just stops and says, wow. Whoa. Please check out my other video. I promised myself that I would try to stop the crying. I've been very emotional all day today, reflecting on somebody that I grew up loving and watching. I do want to share a couple of quick stories here about Kobe Bryant. For those who don't know, Kobe Bryant was not a fan of getting into traffic. Obviously, that LA traffic is crazy. He lived specifically in Orange County, but he obviously frequently traveled into the city. His daughter is she was an up-and-coming star in the basketball ranks. So Kobe did fly with his helicopter quite frequently. He owned a private helicopter. He flew frequently. He just liked flying. Obviously, rather than going through that LA traffic and that traffic around that Orange County area and the Calabasas area, he just liked flying a helicopter. Kobe had plans on his daughter attending UConn. He wanted his daughter to be coached by Gino Auriemma. You know, Kobe Bryant had already started the conversations of when his daughter gets into the WNBA. Just to give Kobe some more credit, Kobe was the biggest male athlete, not just following the WNBA and the collegiate sports of women's basketball. Kobe was the guy that was kind of giving that sport, those women, the cosign that they needed. Like we just saw the WNBA, a lot of, there was a new a players association, a players agreement, excuse me, my words are kind of flustered here. There was a new contract agreed upon a few days ago in which pretty much every WNBA athlete is going to make more money than what they once were making. I want to give that credit to those women athletes first and foremost, but I want to also give some credit to Kobe Bryant. He really put a lens on women's basketball, and his daughter Gigi was only going to brighten that light anymore on women's basketball once she got to the WNBA. Kobe was coaching middle school basketball. He was going to coach high school basketball when his daughter got to that ranks. He was very invested in women's basketball, and I just wanted that to be said about Kobe. and his legacy. I'm happy that he had that moment with Shaquille O'Neal. They did that interview a couple years ago. I'm happy they were at peace with everything that happened throughout their playing career and, you know, what led to the breakup of those two. I'm happy Kobe was able to apologize to his wife for cheating on her back in the day, accused of sexual assault. Get his family back. You know, Kobe never got that son, but Kobe was so happy with the daughters he had. His daughter Gigi, when they were out in public, when a fan or somebody that Kobe knew would come up to him and say, yo, when you gonna get that boy? We know you want a son. You got 4 daughters. His daughter Gigi would step up and be like, yo, I'm right here. I'm gonna fill those shoes. I'm gonna be great. Because she was great at the game of basketball. And, you know, even taking Gigi, again, rest in peace to her soul as well, taking her love for the game even further, she got her dad back into the game. If you remember correctly, when Kobe Bryant retired from the game of basketball, he flat-foot said, and I'm quoting him directly, I don't want to do this anymore. He was done with the game of basketball. And it was Gigi that brought Kobe back to the game of basketball, specifically this year, with the Lakers off to an exceptional start. I believe Gigi and Kobe had attended about 3 or 4 games together. I know they attended a Laker game a couple weeks ago where we saw Kobe and LeBron have that nice embrace. AD and Kobe had an embrace as well. Gigi was a big fan of Luka Doncic, and her favorite player was Trae Young. And it was Gigi, Kobe's daughter, who got Kobe back around the game, got him coming to more games. So I just want to shine that light on the both of them as we give you this sad story. I also want to give you some reflections from a few legends. We led this video with the reflection from Dwayne Wade, a guy who competed against Kobe a lot of times. Dwayne Wade revered as the second greatest shooting guard of the last 15, 20 years. Obviously, Kobe being number 1. Dwayne Wade, emotional, clearly, obviously in that video. Somebody that he knew personally, and Kobe being. We're going to give you some other legends, reflections, as we mourn the death of Kobe being Bryant. I want to start with the guy that Kobe idolized more than anyone else. He monikered this man. He copied everything after Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Here's what Mike had to say about the passing of Kobe Bryant. In a statement released, he said, I am in shock over the tragic news of Kobe and Gianna's passing. Words can't describe the pain I'm feeling. I loved Kobe. He was like a little brother to me. We used to talk often, and I will miss those conversations very much. He was a fierce competitor, one of the greats of the game, and a creative force. Kobe was also an amazing dad who loved his family deeply and took great pride in the daughter's love for the game of basketball. Michael Jordan and his wife, they send their deepest condolences to Vanessa, the Lakers organization, and basketball fans around the world. It is a tough one for us all. Let's go to Shaq. We talked about how Shaq and Kobe were able to rekindle that flame. Shaq said this: there are no words to express the pain I'm going through with this tragedy of losing my niece Gigi and my brother Kobe Bryant. I love you and you will be missed. My condolences go out to the Bryant family. I am sick right now. Also, he wanted to send his condolences to the other passengers on board that lost their life. Shaq went on to say, Kobe was so much more than an athlete. He was a family man. That was what we had most in common. I would hug his children like they were my own, and he would embrace my kids like they were his. His baby girl, Gigi, was born on the same day as my youngest daughter, Mariah. And let's just go on here with the legends as we show love to the great Kobe Bryant. Let's go to Barack Obama. I'll do one guy outside of the game of basketball. Barack said Kobe was a legend on the court and was just getting started in what would have been just as meaningful a second act. To lose Gianna is even more heartbreaking to us parents. Michelle and I send our love and prayers to Vanessa and the entire Bryant family on an unthinkable day. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sent some kind words. He said most people will remember Kobe as the magnificent athlete who inspired a whole generation of basketball players, but I always remember him as a man who was much more than an athlete. Magic Johnson, somebody who is very near and dear to Kobe and always has been. And Magic was the guy that stamped Kobe. Through it all, Magic stood by Kobe Bryant. He said, as I write this post, my mind is racing. I am in disbelief and have been crying all morning. I'm with you, Magic. Over this devastating news that Kobe and his young daughter Gigi have passed away in a helicopter crash. Cookie and I are heartbroken. Karl Malone, a guy that Kobe was able to share a season or so with that Los Angeles Lakers team that lost in the NBA Finals to that very tough Detroit Pistons team. Karl Malone said, I am at a loss for words. Kobe and Gianna, you will never be forgotten. What a blessing to see your impact you have had in the world. Kobe, prayers to the Bryant family. Rest in peace, little brother, and to Gigi as well. I could go on all day reading some of these kind words from people who knew Kobe personally. You know, I just speak for myself. I did not know Kobe Bryant, the person. I never got to meet Kobe Bryant. But I think I speak for a lot of us out there. I was enamored and in love with the story of Kobe Bryant. I tweeted this out and posted this on my Instagram account an hour or so ago. I want to kind of go back to this. What bothers me about losing Kobe Bryant, first and foremost, with him being my favorite athlete of all time. This ain't no gimmick, no game. This is my favorite athlete of all time. Anybody who knows me knows this ain't no gimmick. What bothers me the most is that it feels like a part of my childhood died. You know what I mean? And I say that selfishly, but Kobe was such a big part of my life and my childhood. It feels like a part of some. Again, I shed more tears over Kobe Bryant and family members that I've lost. Not justifying it, but it is what it is. Kobe Bryant meant so much to my childhood, my life, my love of the game, my love of continuing to go forward, even though I might have didn't want to at the time. Kobe Bryant represented that hustle part of my childhood. And I just want to send some love to Vanessa and his family. But I posted on my social media account, you know, I cried in my last video, and you can see in my eyes, I'm still trying to get through it. I saw in my last video, there were a couple people who said, why is he on camera crying? You ain't from Memphis? And I was like, wait, Memphis? People from Memphis can't cry? You don't know Memphis that well. We cry more than a lot of other cities. We're human too. You try. I saw somebody try to dehumanize my city. We go through probably just as much, if not more, than anyone. Let me be clear with you. All the people that are trying to clown men for crying and mourning. Look, it's not too many times we get to have a positive influence. A guy who was unapologetically a genius, who could speak 4 languages fluently. In the middle of a post-game presser, you can listen to Kobe Bryant. He'll switch from English to Spanish. He'd go to Italian. He was fluent in French. Like, Kobe was unapologetically smart. He started that from Michael Jordan and took that to the next level. He was so cultured. He was so revered in so many countries. Globally, Kobe is so loved and respected. He was a genius. The man was smart. I'm not just saying this because the man is no longer here with us. Anyone who knows the game of basketball, we always kind of liked and kind of hated how smart Kobe was. He always knew what to say. And a lot of us is like, that damn Kobe. I always know what to say. Damn, Kobe, you so smart. Like, damn. He was so smart. He was such a family man. This man cheated in front of us and apologized on national TV. He apologized, bought his wife a big ring, but he apologized and let us know it's okay to make a mistake, but then try to do right after you make the mistake. This man got caught in a sexual assault case, as I mentioned earlier. He bounced back from it, changed his ways. I want to be clear. When Trayvon Martin passed away, Kobe Bryant said some things that had me looking at my favorite athlete of all time a little funny. Kobe Bryant was like one of those, he was along the lines, I'm not quoting word for word here, he was along the lines of Trayvon Martin, who was killed tragically in Florida. Kobe was along the lines of saying Trayvon shouldn't have been in that neighborhood. And I didn't like that. A lot of people didn't like that. A lot of journalists called Kobe out on that, Jamel Hill being one of them. Kobe changed his stance from that. He had grown so much and understood, just because his daddy was in the NBA and he had been rich for so long, and Kobe didn't have the best relationship with his parents, he had grown from those comments and become such a better person. And his love for them kids, them daughters, not getting a son that he wanted. Obviously, we know Kobe wanted a son, but he was content with his daughters. He was content with his daughters. So as black men specifically, I'm talking to you. There is nothing wrong with mourning, with crying. I put that video up for a reason. There is nothing wrong with saying, dang, this hurts a lot. This hurts your boy a lot. I don't cry that often. This one broke me down. I am words can't even describe what I'm feeling right now, man. I'll just leave it at that. Somebody go check on Kyrie. I saw LeBron. Also, LeBron just passed by Kobe last night for third all time in scoring. And, Kobe's last tweet was to LeBron James, shouting him out for passing by him. LeBron wore the Kobe kicks yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Or he paid tribute to Kobe, in a couple ways. I want to leave you guys not with LeBron reacting to Kobe's death. He has not made a statement as I make this video, but there is video of LeBron coming in as the Lakers were flying back in from a loss in Philadelphia last night, and you can see LeBron visibly shaken up. I want to leave with you with some words from LeBron James on Kobe Bryant, and that he just gave last night. This is last night before this happened. Here's what LeBron said about a friend of his, Kobe Bryant. When I was a kid in high school, I was coming up in the ranks when Kobe was, he had just come into the league. It wasn't a dream of mine to come straight from high school at that point in time in the NBA, but I was like, wow, a 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid being able to make that jump, that's pretty damn cool. And as I started playing more ball in high school, the things he was doing on the floor, I admire and I wanted to be a part of. I went to an ABCD camp and he came and talked to the kids that was there, and I was just listening. I was trying to soak in everything I could. I remember one thing that he said was, if you want to be great at it, or you want to be one of the greats, you got to put the work in. There's no substitution for the work. I was a 15-year-old kid at that camp. You can actually find that footage. And in 2001, I believe I was playing in New Jersey, and the All-Star game was in Philadelphia. That Saturday, me and Maverick Carter drove to the Intercontinental in downtown Philadelphia, and Kobe gave me a pair of shoes, which I ended up wearing the following night. It was the red, white, and blue Kobe's. I was a size 15 and he was a size 14. I wore them anyway. I sat and just talked to him for a little bit. I rocked them in the game, and it was the same night that we played Oak Hill. Again, obviously, Carmelo Anthony playing for Oak Hill at the time. And then I was able to see what I was, I was able to see what he was able to do the next night, winning All-Star Game MVP in Philadelphia. As I got drafted, I still admired him, seeing what he had accomplished, winning championships early in his career, what he had learned from the misses that he had in the series against Utah, and he had just used that as motivation and got better and better and better, winning multiple championships. I continued to admire him throughout my high school ranks, and then as a competitor, just seeing the work ethic that he put into the game. Kobe had zero flaws offensively, zero. You back off of him, he could shoot the three. You bodied him up a little bit, he could go around you. He could shoot the mid-range. He could post. He could make free throws. He had zero flaws offensively, and that's something I admired as well, just being at the point where the defense will always be at bay, when you felt like that they couldn't guard you at all offensively because you were immortal offensively because of your work ethic. I'll leave that there. Those are LeBron's comments on the great Kobe Bryant before he passed away earlier today. I want to leave it at what LeBron said in that last sentence. Immortal. That is the legend of Laker great Kobe Bean Bryant. Rest in peace to his daughter Gigi as well, and everybody affected. I want to say some prayers and love to anyone affected by that helicopter crash that, as we know right now, it took 9 lives. Prayers to everyone. I'm going to send a real prayer. I'm going to get off camera and send up a real prayer for you and everyone else affected. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.